Pedestrian. You all feel it. Because yeah, thank you. Thank you for the katha. Thank you for the reflections. Haridāsa Ṭhākura. The life of these devotees. Mm-hmm. You know, they are in these bodies, but they just live a different life. See, say if there is a multi-storied building, big one, and if there is flood, and then the basement gets flooded, and maybe the ground floor, first floor, whatever, they get affected also because of, the flood water is there going up and down through the steps. It all gets muddy, yucky, and the first floor is not clean anymore. And they can hear the noise and everything in the first floor, and basement is flooded. So the life of the people in the basement, whoever was living in the basement, and the life of those who is living in the first floor, second floor, third, and the life of the people who are living on the top floor of the building is not the same. It's not the same. The top floor of the building, they don't even have to know that there was a flood, because if that is all self-sufficient and they don't have to get down for anything, then the flood doesn't really bother them. Flood water, nothing bothers them. So they all may be living in the same building, but the one that is living in the basement, their life is different because of these flood waters. But those who are living in the top floor, their life is totally different. They're not even aware of the flood waters. Śrīla Haridāsa Ṭhākura is like that. We are all here in these bodies, inside these bodies. Inside these bodies, and embedded in the mind. We like that. In the shell of I and my. And in this bag of body. This is our condition. We are in this bag of body, surrounded by this shell of I and my. This is our life. This is our life. With this shell around us, I and my. And this body, pain-causing bag, called this body, that's there on us. This is our life. But Śrīla Haridāsa Ṭhākura, when he was beaten in these marketplaces, nobody would survive after 2 marketplaces of beating, but Haridāsa Ṭhākura survived. So even his body is transcendental. It's not just a bag of pain-giving bone and flesh bag. That's not the case with Haridāsa Ṭhākura. He doesn't even have to be in that bag of body. Even that bag was also, and that was a transcendental one. It could sustain the whole marketplaces because of the transcendental energy that was infused. These bodies, Mm, when there is spiritual body inside, uh, when the spiritual body is fully grown and is in loving service with Krishna, serving Krishna inside the spiritual body, these bag of bodies, they are not the same anymore. They are not the same pain giving body bags. They are not the same. Uh, uh, you know, sleeping, eating, sleeping, right? Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. These are the four things for this body. All those qualities, they would come down to very minimal. Very minimal. That's why, in Chaitanya Bhagavatam, when Nityanandaram casted that glance, merciful glance, those who were just ordinary boys also, they forgot about food and sleep and they danced for 3 months. Is that possible? When the mercy is infused like that into us, that mercy causes the spiritual body active. So when the spiritual body is active like that, then this bag of body, the dharma of this bag of body, eating, meeting, sleeping, defending, are all gone. They're all gone. This is because of the effect of spiritual body that is present inside. So Haridāsa Ṭhākura is living on that floor with the spiritual body full in action. So that's why when the flesh is falling off, skin, flesh, blood is falling off, then also he continued, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That Hare Krishna from Śrīla Haridāsa Ṭhākura is actually coming from spiritual body. And he is with Krishna on a spiritual platform. So that is coming from a spiritual body. So the spiritual body is untouched. And so Haridāsa Ṭhākura would go on. So they are living in that spiritual body. In that apartment, the spiritual body apartment, not the body bag apartment, not that floor, not the floor of body bag, but spiritual body. Spiritual body. Śrīla Haridāsa Ṭhākura. So, and in that spiritual body, you know how that spiritual body is formed. So at least we know Haridāsa Ṭhākura is living on that floor of spiritual body. And we are stuck in this body bag and this hard shell of I and my. How can we be on that floor of spiritual body? How is that possible, please? That should be our question. That should be the purpose for which we should live. That should be our thought. That should be our sadhana. That should be our prayer. That is bhakti. That is bhakti. To be in that spiritual body. It's not that, okay, I'll finish doing this. For what? For what? You still want to stay in this body bag? Pain giving a body bag. Don't you want to change the floor? Easily anything related to the body bag. You just do minimal and put it aside. Simple living. Regarding this body bag. Just simple living. And body bag, just simple living and put it in the seva. Nothing more about this body bag. Keep it clean. And put it in the seva. That should be our thinking. It's not that I have to work 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, until I get to 70 years and this body is falling apart. For what? For this body bag. This body bag and everybody's body's bag. The body's bag. It shouldn't be like that. Our thinking should not be like this. Just because everybody, the whole society is set up like that. Everybody's thought process is set up like that. The whole setup, whole society, everybody's thinking is just so based on this body bag. To pamper this body bag, to keep it safe, to prolong it to 70, 80, and insurances for that. Such body bag based thinking. We don't have to succumb to that kind of thinking just because 90%, 95%, 98% are doing. We don't have to. So, simple living, the time, energy, and thought should go to see how can I get onto that floor, the spiritual body. That is higher thinking. For that, minimize the needs of the bodies, thoughts of the bodies. Keep it simple. Simple living, higher thinking. And the I and my, that shell, that is not something we can come out of. No way. The sooner we realize, the better for us. See, we can always try. I am like this in bhakti. I want to get better in bhakti. Okay. All that is good. But we don't want to miss this. Yeah, okay, fine. You want to try to get better in bhakti. Okay, fine. But remember, you will come, from the basement maybe to the first floor and second floor. That's all. You may come out of little bit of tamoguna and rajoguna, and maybe a little more of sattva is there in you. At the most to the third floor. That's all. Okay, how is your bhakti going on? Yeah, it is better. It is better than before. Yeah. Not too much of sinking, not too much of kashi. Yeah, better than before. Yeah, this is good. Okay, definitely good. Better than getting drowned in the flood waters in the basement. Okay, no problem. First, second, third. Okay. That is there. Fine. That is good. But if somebody is thinking of, I really want to get to that floor, that spiritual body floor, I really want to get there, then what to do? What to do? Nothing of us can get us there. Nothing. We have to be airlifted. Airlifted and placed on that, whatever, the millionth floor. Airlifted and placed on that millionth floor, the spiritual body. So that airlifting thing is, who do I belong to? That we should not forget. Actually, this airlifting thing is this, who do I belong to? If only we can hold on to this. Remember this, who do I belong to? I belong to Prabhupada, I belong to Gurudev. I belong to Gurudev, Prabhupada and Krishna. That is our airlifter. It will lift us up from the drowning waters. It will not stop at the first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor. It will not stop in any of those floors. We will see ourselves passing through those floors, not living on the first and second or third floor. We pass through that floors, far from this flood waters, and we see that we are picked up and we are placed. We will be placed on that millionth floor because that's where Guru, Prabhupada and Krishna are. So that will not come all of a sudden. I belong to Guru, Prabhupada, Krishna. That is actually our identity. Our identity is that Diksha Kale Hoya Atma Samarpana. This actually happens during the Diksha time only. This is what taking Ashraya means. I belong to you, Guru and Krishna. But when that happens internally, proportional to how much that happens internally, to that proportion the spiritual body comes. That is the only way. I belong to you, Guru and Krishna, Guru and Nama. That is the only way to get to that millionth floor spiritual body. So we should understand bhakti like that. We should understand like that. Yeah. It is so very beautifully laid out in our scriptures. The acharyas in the bhajans. Not only the map is so clear here, but the ropes are also dropped from the millionth floor. The ropes are dropped from there for us to hold. Oof, everything is made clear and everything is in place. We just hold on to that rope. So I belong to you, Guru and Nama, Guru and Krishna. That if we hold on to that rope, that is more like that airlifter, then it will place us on that floor of spiritual body. It is not that these matters have to wait until whenever. Not really. Not really. It's not that these matters have to wait. We hear and we should see that our bhakti is heading in that direction. With the Guru and Krishna's arrangement, we hear this is what bhakti is. Yeah, crystal clear map hai, the ropes are dropped, airlifter is here, we are hearing. So our thought and effort should go in that direction. Should always go in that direction. So the thing is here, Haridāsa Ṭhākura, look at the mood of Haridāsa Ṭhākura. These are the moods that come out from the spiritual body. Spiritual body is made of rasa. So the first, like our physical body is mostly made of earth element. The spiritual body, the major component of the spiritual body is this dainya that Haridāsa Ṭhākura is speaking. Dainya is humility is really, really living in reality. Completely living in the absolute reality. And I am really so fallen, but you picked me up. I am sold out to you. You do what you like with me. You do what you like with me. All of these things coexisting. I was good for nothing. I was putrefying. And Gurudev Prabhupada, you gave this bhakti. This bhakti is putting me in some use. I was putrefying and you are making me fragrant. I belong to you. You do whatever you like with this body, with this life. That mamata, I belong to you. In that is beautiful. That is the chief rasa that constantly flows in the spiritual body. So, yeah, that's the spiritual body. So that's all we have heard. Yeah, we have heard about how one can get stuck in the basement with the floody waters, and at the most come to first, second, third. That's good. First, second, third is good, but then basement. But we have to remember that spiritual body, that millionth floor, it happens only with airlifting. I belong to you, Gurudev, Prabhupada, Krishna. Belong to you, Nama, Shri Harinam Prabhu. That's where the whole thing starts. How do we know if we are having that mamata to Guru and Krishna strongly? When we do the japa, mind doesn't go anywhere. It's all Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Mamata to Guru and Nama. Then we know we are heading in the direction of, in that direction, the spiritual body. Like that. See, we may be hearing from this shastra, this and that, and this and that. All of them, they may bring us to one point, like Bhagavan is present, become a devotee of Bhagavan. Yeah. Can pick us up from the lower modes, put to Sattva Guna, can bring us to Sattva Bhakti. Okay, this is wonderful. But this Chaitanya Charitamrita is something. They are not living Sattva Bhakti there. The spiritual bodies are in action there. Yeah, that's all. That's all from my side, Mataji. That's all to do this.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, I have a question there. When can you elaborate on when the ropes have been dropped? What does that mean? How do we understand that, Mataji?
We hold on to the rope when the ropes are dropped. But how honestly are we holding on to it? Do we still have a desire to be in the first floor, second floor, third floor? Want to get something out of this world? How are we holding on to them with great earnestness? No, I want to get to that millionth floor, to that spiritual body. Am I holding the rope with that kind of earnestness? Then the rope will be pulled accordingly. If I'm holding the rope, no, please just save me from this basement water floods. You just bring me to the first floor, second floor, and hold the rope accordingly. Okay, the rope will be pulled accordingly to the first floor, second floor. Happy? Happy? Yeah, you're not much bothered about by this sinking energy, gushing energy. Okay, then maybe a little bit to the third floor, please. Okay, the rope is pulled to the third floor. Okay. Bhakti is good. How are you? Yeah. The horizontal relationships are also good because you're still holding the rope. You're holding the rope. That's why the horizontal relationships are good. Yeah, I think this combination is good. Bhagwan, yeah, I'm good here on this floor. And then we are holding the rope, but it will stay there because that's what we want. But I'm holding the rope. Please, very honestly, would you please get me to that floor of that spiritual body? Then the rope will be pulled accordingly, like that.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask more was that, so my understanding was that the rope is Harinam. Today, I also heard that our feeling that we belong to Guru and Krishna, that is the rope. So they're different.
That is not the rope.
No. So what is the rope? That's
rope, yeah. Okay, as explained before, that rope is Harinam and is dropped by Gurudev from the millionth floor. That's the rope. Rope is that. But what happens after holding the rope? That will be different. It depends upon with what intention are you holding the rope. For how much are you pulled depends upon with what intention are you are holding the rope. How ready you are to where the rope has to take. Like that. Rope to wohi hai. Nama that's dropped by Guru. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Do you have any comment or any other questions? Please go ahead. Yes.
You when somebody holds the rope, then they may think, okay, I have something that is saving from this flood waters. I will hold the rope. That we could relate to. Okay, good. I will hold on to this rope. Hare Krishna. And this is saving me from the flood waters. That we could relate to. That can be there. But there can be different feelings when we hold on to the rope, not just, okay, this is good, it is saving me from flood waters. Beyond that is, there are, and one can feel different when holding this rope, knowing where this rope is coming from, knowing who is sending this rope, knowing where this rope could get us to, knowing all that. Then one wouldn't just feel like, okay, the rope is here, I'm out of this flood water now. Kya rope? Is that the purpose of that rope? Just to get you out of the flood water? Where did it come from? Who has dropped it? Why am I not there? Like that. Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Okay, that's what you meant. That. Yes. Thank you. I got it. Thank you.
Yes.
I think Deepshika Mataji has hand raised. Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat pranams to you. Mataji, I had a quick question. So Mataji, when you are on the bhakti journey and you are holding the rope, isn't it the case that it's a journey? Like you will have to go through the first floor, second floor, third floor, and slowly you will progress? Or how does this airlifting happen? Like,
Yeah, it depends upon how we are ready, how much we are ready. For those who are really ready, and then when the rope is dropped, it will be non-stop. From flood waters, they will see themselves going to the first floor, second floor, third floor. It happens pretty rapidly, quickly. But for them, they are ready for that. You see, in the case of Jayananda Prabhu, when he entered into ISKCON, he had great depression with suicidal ideation. But when he came to Prabhupada, when he said, I belong to you, Prabhupada, and you please use me, when he gave himself to Prabhupada within the short period of his life, within 20-30 years, from that flood waters of depression, Jayananda Prabhu was brought to this floor of asakti. So close to the millionth floor, he was already having the spiritual body, asakti. What? In the matter of few years, so rapidly. Because he was ready. He was ready and he was in complete harmony with it. So we will know for what we are ready. That is in the case of Jayananda Prabhu. Maybe for most devotees, it is okay, let me just get to the first floor. And then I'm happy here. Come to the second floor. Yeah, this is better. Third floor is a lot. I'm good for this lifetime. That's all I need. This is all I need. So what is your desire? Wo hai. Depending on the desire, proportionate to that, then the consciousness blossoms. Not that it have to take such a long period of time, but generally, people, it takes, I don't even want to say that it takes few years to come to certain platform. It is not like that. It depends upon our readiness. And impulsiveness is different. When the soul is really ripened inside, they are in great harmony with whatever is happening to them in their life. They have no complaints. So that will be the indicator. Am I in complete harmony with whatever Krishna, Guru and Krishna are doing to me, to my life? Then they are ready. They are more ready to be airlifted like that. But if one is really having their own thoughts, and if they are not so much in harmony with what is happening to them in their life by Guru and Krishna, then they are not so ready to go up to that platform. So let them, then they just practice bhakti accordingly only. Whatever harmony you are in, you just stay there. Sometimes the harmony is just the first floor, sometimes the harmony is second floor, sometimes the third floor. That's all. But for the soul that is really having that yearning from within, they are not just happy with the third floor. So it will be known to us. So there is no, you can say generally, will it be gradual? Generally, gradually, yes. But we don't just think that is all in all. See, Mataji, the retirement plans, etc. Generally, people work. 60 years, 65 years. Generally, everybody spends their life. Drag your life for that retirement plan. Generally, it is like that. But are we going to hear about only that generally, and get stuck there generally? No. We want to hear about those people whose goals are different, whose plans are different, whose priorities are different. So we don't have to drag our life to 60, 65 and wait for the retirement plan. So that is the purpose. Yeah, Mataji?
yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, like that. Yes, thank you.
Dear devotees, we have 3 more minutes. If you have any questions or comments, please go ahead.